The stabilization on this little camera is a game changer. Hey, how you doing? Hello, YouTube. My name is Vic. Welcome to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. If you're an old subscriber, welcome to the vlog. So, we're going to do a review today. Not just any old review. If you read the title of this video and probably seen the thumbnail, you know exactly what it is. GoPro Hero 7 Black Time. By the way, I bought this myself. GoPro didn't send me this yet. Maybe GoPro Hero 8. GoPro, if you're listening, I like your stuff. Anyway, well, let's see if I do like it. Let's find out how good or bad this is. No, we don't pull it this way. If you ever open a GoPro box, you know there's a little tab right around here that we pull out. Then we open this flap and open that flap. And we are kind of ready to go, I think. So, handy place for your finger to pull out. And here we go. So that's the empty box. I don't want to throw it away because the GoPro boxes are pretty cool. So I'm going to put that to one side. And here is the actual camera itself, which we can take off here. This is a handy mount, by the way. Never throw this out because it's just a good way to keep the camera wherever you put it. So if you like to show off your gear on a shelf or something like this, this is the ideal spot to do it. So, there was instructions on how to take it all off maybe. Right, let's open this up. So, you've probably seen all of this stuff. There's something that I won't read. We've got some GoPro stickers. Here. What else we got? We got a manual that nobody will read. And now we've got some boxes here, or some little hideaways. So here's one mount, which is the flat mount. That's the battery that's just fallen out of the plastic. This is the curve mount, so if you're putting it on your helmet or something else that's curved. And then we have a USB-C cable, and that's kind of it. So the next step I can't do legally, even though it's straightforward enough to do, but I can't do it legally. But we're going to have a test of the Hypersmooth stabilization from hanging the GoPro out of the car. So this is GoPro Hero 7 Black. This is a 4K 30 stabilization test, and I'm not driving. Just for court or whatever. Anyway, right. Let's see how stable this is. As we've got good light, we're going to do a quick slow-mo test as well. This is 2.7K at 120 frames per Peter McKinnon. And because we're on beach, which is a really uneven surface, going to test out the time warp, which basically is a hyperlapse with tons of stabilization, this Hypersmooth stabilization on it. So let's check this out next. So one of the other things that I want to do with the GoPro, not that I'm going to do it a lot, but I just want to try out the photography mode in it. So we're going to check this out. Like I was like, I don't know, 7:30 a.m. stupid clock this morning. I was taking photographs. It was really overcast. However, now we're kind of coming into golden hour and we've got some good light to boot. So let's check out the photos. First impressions of the GoPro Hero 7. Alright, here we go. Number one, the Hypersmooth option here, the stabilization on this little camera is a game changer. It is phenomenally good. really looking at the footage here, it's one thing to look at the footage on the screen here when you're doing it, but when you look at the footage on a bigger screen like a TV or a monitor, you're kind of going, that's on a gimbal. There are times where I was been looking at this footage going, that looks genuinely like it's on a gimbal. It's not a gimbal killer, but it is very, very close to doing it. What they've achieved here on the Hypersmooth stabilization, what GoPro have done is, it's incredible. It's unfathomable that they've got it in here. From the quality perspective, 4K 60, 4K 30, all work very, very well. As I said, again, 4K 30 and stabilization with the Hypersmooth is insane. The 2.7K is acceptable as well when that goes up to 120, then 1080p. The bit rates for 4K is around 68 to 70 megabits per second tops, which is it's not huge. I mean, think Mavic Pro, the first Mavic Pro, which was around 60 megabits. You're getting footage slightly better than that. But in most cases, that's well lit. It's amazing. I'm going to have another video on the low light capability or lack of low light capability on this camera in the next couple of episodes of the vlog. But when it's properly lit, like you can see the footage here, that is ungraded. That's shot in the flat color profile. I really want to kind of grade it, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to see what it looks but it's not graded. So footage that's come out, be it on all the frame rates, on the different resolutions, is really good. It's really, really, really good. And on the photo mode, you're really not going to buy a GoPro for photos. You're probably never going to be in a scenario where you don't have your phone, especially now the phones are waterproof. But if you are, then this is a capable camera, again, in the right light situation. And there's enough dynamic range in there that you can pull a little bit out of the shadows and highlights. You can bring them down. You can see on that Lightroom CC mobile edit that I made there that there is a little bit of room for maneuver. And we're going to do another video at some point on how to color grade your GoPro footage. So my first impressions are, yes, it's another GoPro. The Hypersmooth stabilization, is it enough to warrant an upgrade from the 6 or the 5? Absolutely. 100%. If you're active, if you're going to be involved in a lot of motion, then this is the camera to do it. Even if you just want to do some cool time lapses. The Hyper Time Warp Lapse thingamajig, whatever it's called, Time Warp, is really good as well. The stabilization algorithm that I have is just phenomenal. So that's the first impressions of the GoPro 7, the Hero Black. It's a phenomenal piece of kit for the price. This one was 429 euros, whatever it is in dollars and pounds and all of that. And for the price, you will not get a better action camera out there for that price. And if you're thinking about taking up vlogging, could you vlog with a GoPro Hero 7 Black? Completely. The only problem is the audio. But we're going to do another video on the audio quality in this, and the biggest downside of the audio from GoPro is that they insist on using their proprietary USB mic dongle, which doesn't really make it very portable. You can't just use any old USB mic and plug it in. From a firmware upgrade, if they whip that idea out and you could use any little USB mic, then that's going to explode for vloggers everywhere. For big, small vloggers, it's going to be a must purchase. The video quality here is really, really good. It would have been nice to see the bitrate shoved up to 100 megabits per second, but that gripe aside, this is a really, really impressive camera from GoPro. So for anybody that's watching, I really do hope that you found this kind of first impressions review useful, that you've enjoyed seeing how the slow-mo looks and how it looks straight out of the camera without any color grading, and how the photo mode looks. So maybe it gives you a little bit of an idea whether you should buy one of these or not. For me, it's a really great purchase. I'm genuinely very happy with it. I'm disgusted with the low light, but I didn't expect anything from low light anyway. And let's be honest, for most people, you're not going to be using a GoPro in low light. The sensor just doesn't have the capability of low light. It makes a GH5 look like a Sony, to be honest, in the low light. But we'll have another video, as I said, about that. There's going to be a link in the description if you want to check out a little bit more about the GoPro Hero 7 Black. For me, though, I'm really, really happy with it. So the subscribe button is right around there. If you've enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit subscribe. And we're nearly to 300 episodes. 2 more to go. And I think for episode 300, we're going to use this for some serious slow-mo. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Don't stop fighting for yourself.